Welcome back, everybody. This is my last run of the evening. It's going to be Mega Man Extreme 2, at least hosting. I'm not doing the run. We've got these two lovely people back to commentate and do this run. One quick little thing, though. We had a donation here for Jingle, with a good luck to Jingle and other runners with the rest of the event, with $20 from Base Guy. Thank you very much, Base Guy. Without further ado, take it away, Zoom.
Hello again, everybody. My name is Tempest Mask 1000, and we're back with some more Mega Man, indeed. And it's a little something special too, because I get the feeling like a certain red Reploid needs a bit more love. Whoops. We're playing Mega Man Extreme 2, and it's any %0 mission, baby. So this game is something that I actually just recently did at another event before coming back to here, and it was, funnily enough, the X mission. So this time you guys are going to see me do another half of the game, a little something that should prove to be interesting. Now, rejoining me on the airspace, the live space, is Young Zorn. Please reintroduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. For those who did not watch the Shovel Knight Showdown run earlier, I am Young Zorn. I said that I was a Shovel Knight Showdown runner, which I am, but I also happen to run this game, Mega Man Extreme 2, or Rockman X2 Solo Racer, because it's a better name in my opinion. But anyway, thank you, Tempest, again for having me on CoComs.
Of course. And before we get the run started, it's time to do the usual rundown. So, here we have the options menu. Now, this is the Japanese version of the game, so I'll quickly explain each thing. So, that top feature is the select button. It's set to scramble change, which is known in the international version as X change / 0 change, character change, whatever. Basically, it's a feature that will come into play later on. So, let's just say that me showing X was not for nothing. But otherwise, we got auto charge down here, it's turned off, and then rapid fire turned on. This is particularly for a little something later. But without further ado, let's get this thing started. Also, Zorn, my dude, or my fair lady, shall you do the countdown?
I shall, Tempest.
Let's do this.
All right. On 3. 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. Alrighty.
All right. So I'll explain. I'll explain the text. So in this game, there's cutscenes. You can't skip them though. So Tempest is going to be holding the A button or the start button down the whole time to make the text go by faster. He's also playing the Japanese version because there's less text. All right, and this is the first stage. It looks pretty identical to. It looks pretty identical to X2's intro stage.
Big difference being some of the architecture, of course.
Exactly. So I'll just. I'll just go over the general movement in this run. So first. You have the ground dashes, which is the same input as the slide input in the classic Mega Man games, down in the A button. There is also double tap dashing. Actually, first I should probably introduce this guy. Me and Tempest both gladly refer to this guy as, by the way, flashing lights warning. That's on its name, Mega Skeletor.
Yeah.
Get your nyas ready.
So
his real name is Skullhead.
Yeah, his real name is Skullhead, and he always just seems like one of those anecdotes or whatever, not opportunities, where people might call Mao the Giant, the X3 intro boss, Mr. Fisty McGee, but in the case for this guy, I just figured Skeletor on Pokemon Gen 6's Mega Evolution, so there you go. But yeah, that was a fine fight indeed. And yeah, so as Zorn mentioned, we have air dashing, we have ground dashing, and there's two ways to do it. The double tap and down plus A, which is basically something that translates into general X gameplay. So it's kind of similar, except there's no dedicated dash button unlike the usual X games. And part of the reason being this is a Game Boy Color game. Now, Xtreme 1 did have something like that. they made it the start button. Not necessarily favorable, but, you know, even then, the challenge of Xtreme 2 is trying to get used to the other methods of dashing. Now, air dashing is practically easy and super neat to do, and luckily Zero comes automatically equipped with that. For X, you would need the leg parts, but that's a story for another time. Now, there are just a quick little thingy. I'm gonna go to the parts shop here because something we were collecting is DNA souls. It's a special kind of weapon and health refill that is shaped like a diamond, with a little white circular center in the middle, and there are different size drops. I call them clusters. So single clusters are 4 souls apiece, double clusters are 8, and triple clusters are usually 16. But something this game likes to do is miscount them sometimes, so I could potentially get 12 apiece. And this also kind of plays into the boss drops, because as I defeated Skullhead, what happened was he gave me 200 DNA souls, which was more than enough to get a part at the shop. So Iris is running the part shop, and yes, Iris is alive in this game. This takes place between X3 and X4, and Zero is certainly getting accustomed to this fine Reploid who's taking some time away from the Repliforce and helping out at Maverick Hunter Base, which her first time helping with them just so happens to be this incident. Zoran, could you explain the story?
Alright, I will. So the reason, first off, this is Wire Sponge's stage. It looks exactly like X2 stage. But the story here is that X and Zero went to this island. I believe it's called Laguz Island. I don't know though.
Yeah, Laguz Island.
Reploids were getting. Alright then. Reploids were getting their souls ripped out of their bodies, and apparently the people behind this are, we only know one of them. One of them is Gareth, who is the knight-looking guy. And then he says, hey, I'll let you two fight me if you fight these 8 Mavericks who look exactly identical to Mavericks that you fought in the past. No particular reason whatsoever as to why they look just like Mavericks that you fought in the past. No reason whatsoever.
Yes!
Good job. So, so the quick kill that... Okay, so the kill that Tempest was trying to do there, he was trying to use only air dashes, or air slashes, sorry, because they do like 1 more point of damage. And he was trying to kill Sponge, before he did his desperation attack. You ideally want to do that when he's doing his climbing animation, usually. So yeah, that was very nicely done. Alright, and now this is Tunnel Rhino. I'm pretty sure that this stage is entirely new. What I like about Xtreme 2 compared to Xtreme 1 is that the stages here are actually entirely different compared to the originals. Unlike Xtreme 1, but yeah, that's basically that's something I kind of like about this game. Especially with one of the stages later on, which I totally don't have a bias for because I found something that's never gonna get routed in. But yeah.
You'll see it today again. So I tried it the last time I did this category at a marathon, which Manix, I do believe, was there for. Shout out to Manix. With that said, though, I'm gonna take the use of the ride armor here, and I'm going to try and go for a life up. We already got our first from Wire Sponge, same location, off screen, very easy to get. I'm just gonna get the ride armor, crush this ground here, which only it can break. And the reason I didn't want to go for that first one is because while there is an armor capsule for Zero, surprisingly, the intended routing doesn't usually see us getting that. Part of the reason being, while it is probably his best move in the game, the idea is to try and go as fast as you can, and admittedly, it does take a little bit of time to go out of your way and get said part. But hey, that's perfectly fine.
Basically, it doesn't save it. It basically wastes more time than it saves, really. So
at least in this level, it is. I'm very curious though to give the strategy it involves a try on the any percent routing at some point and see if it could really save time just like the others. All I know is that right now we are trying to avoid some rising fire, and yeah, you just saw it damage me. Don't worry, no instant kill. They wouldn't do that for something like this.
Unlike X, who has to go through the torch circle catfish. All right. So this is Tunnel Rhino. Almost the same formula, except no desperation attack, thankfully.
At least none that makes him invincible. I'm going to be a little bit careful, though, because his charging, his making contact with him can deal a lot of damage, and I am a bit low. Potentially one contact with him now could take away a life. But there we go. Whew!
Oh, that was good. Oh, that was really good.
Nice.
Right. Okay, so that was Tunnel Rhino. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, so I think we are getting the introduction to our next villain in this
Little
timeline. Here we go.
Indeed.
This is Burkana. She's the other person who's involved with the quote-unquote erasure incident. I really like her design and how it looks like a witch. From what I've heard, she's basically like the only other villainess in the Mega Man X series, other than some command mission character
Ferrum,
I don't know
yeah.
anything about.
Ferrum is a character that I would argue they tried to make us more of a sympathetic character, whereas Burkana, they didn't really try to take such liberties, and I feel like it works more in her favor for that reason. So I personally prefer Burkana, but shout out to Command Mission, which I think is still an interesting piece of X franchise history. So now we're entering Overdrive Ostrich.
Do you think we could have Tempest, do you think we could have time for maybe 1 or 2 donations?
Absolutely.
Never mind, actually, it's already over.
No, it's fine. Flip, do you have anything you want to share with us at the moment?
I don't have any donations, but I can share the awesome things we've done so far.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
We're almost at 2,000, which is nuts because when I hosted yesterday, we had just hit the 1,000 mark. So that is just great. What do we have after this? We've got the A Link to the Past randomizer with Iraq Vet, Incredible Star. That'll be a lot of fun. At Odalis, the Dark Call, which I probably butchered the crap out of that, but oh well, we'll just move on with Vert's 505. And this will be my last hosting section as well. And we'll pass it off to Cosmic. Yeah, that's all I got, guys.
Sounds good. Well, let's make the most of it then. Ooh, this could be a little dangerous. Okay, never mind. I think I'm good. All right.
Yeah, the life up.
Yeah. No, I was damage. Yeah, the damage was a bit concerning. So, the Ride Chaser, it's a bit interesting to control here, and you notice that I could attack with it. Enemies on a upslope, though, will take damage with me if I'm not attacking them while jumping in midair. It's a bit of the fault in the physics, if you will. I would say that attacking with the up direction is a little bit easier. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna... Yeah, Ostrich had to get me there. There was no way I was gonna survive another hit. Oh well. But, this fight. So, like in X2, Ostrich will try and jump off the sides and then try to go run in the background before launching at me. My job is to keep him away from there if I can. Otherwise, he uses his sonic slicers. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good second round. So basically, the Drill Crush, one of Zero's techniques given from Tunnel Rhino, is a very useful move. It wastes no weapon energy. It does some pretty decent damage. Yeah, it's a bit of a controlled attack, sure. And it will come in handy a little bit later on for a certain internal screaming moment. Zorn knows the one.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, this is Blast Hornet right here.
So this is personally my favorite stage.
This is the section where I found the thing that's never going to be routed in.
But let's give it a shot right now. So Zorn figured out that if I use the dash technique that I just got from Ostrich, I can do this. Yeah! First try!
Yeah! Good job!
So let's call that Zorn Dash for the time being, and basically what that did was, using the dash, replenished my dash for 0. So that meant that I could jump right back at it, and yeah, I think that could potentially save time. Not too much that I'm not sure if it would be the most effective, but it's definitely a cool little trick, and I'm glad Zorn was able to find one. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to try that again. Maybe one more time.
Second time's the charm, I suppose.
There we go. That tends to happen whenever that usually happens whenever I try it on Zero Mission at a marathon, not the first time, so you know, it's all good.
Second time's the charm.
Hi. So, I'm just gonna go a little bit out of my way. I said I normally don't get a particular armor capsule for Zero, but this time's gonna be a little bit different. So, I sometimes do this for marathon safety, and that is the body armor capsule, which I needed the Drill Crush in order to break those crates. Now Zero's damage is going to be halved, so that'll make the latter half of the game a little bit more bearable. But otherwise, I'm going to use the dash to break those 3 enemies in one fell swoop. And now we go to one of the only mini-bosses of the run, practically speaking. This is what Zorn and I have recently started to call the Blinker Wall. And it's practically RNG. So, it can damage it is if I'm striking a lit-up bulb or area before it shoots. And so, I need to... Come on. Ah, man.
Hence the name Blinker Wall, I assume.
Oh, now it goes to the other side. Bad. That's some bad RNG today. Right,
yeah.
There we go.
Poison, who is now 3rd on the leaderboard, like Kurichiba. Actually, just kidding. Shout out to Kurichiba. Poison, who is now the 3rd best
of the extreme
runner.
Well, the 100% extreme mode category. Just had to be very specific there.
Yeah, sorry about that, Poison. But yeah, he doesn't like this stage because of that RNG. And I don't think a lot of runners like this stage because of RNG. Alright, so this is he's gonna... I assume Tempest is going to be taking a few safeties with the dash.
Well, considering the dash is considered his weakness, technically speaking, it is a very effective move to use. Yes, it is.
Huh, I didn't know that. Pretty funny that that's his weakness, considering it's used for a strat here. That saves time.
I thought the same, kinda, yeah. But yeah, that was our last Maverick. So, alright. Among those 4 weapon get screens, we do not get what's called fast text. Funny enough, I did get it at least once with my X mission run today, but to briefly explain, you'll see how I'm scrolling through the text, but I can't do so on the weapon screens or the technique screens for Zero. If the text suddenly goes fast, though, as if I was, that's what's called fast text, and we really do not know what causes that, but it is a pretty nifty little thing when it does happen. It's a small time save, though, and it's not super crucial. Just a little thing that we would personally love to get down to the bottom of if we could, because not even the latest task by Motharias and another runner who, unfortunately, the name is fleeting at the moment, didn't seem to figure out, but did some wonderful movement regardless for Extreme 100%.
There have been theories such as Focus's stored input theory, however, none of them have been proven. Or, well, disproven, so I guess.
Yeah.
Well, maybe some of them have been disproven, I don't know, though. Oh, this is fast wall climbing. It's essentially sort of like just mashing against a wall to climb it faster. I think there's a bit of a rhythm to it, but I personally just mash.
Nah, it's a little bit of both, if you will, from the way I see it. By the way, Zorn, I think your fan might be have started to rumble.
Right. I just turned it back on. All right.
It's hot.
This is Velgarder. What?
Oh no, I was just saying. Yeah, I get it. It's hot.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, this is Velgarder. Dog lovers look away, such as myself.
It's not that friendly. It's a not so friendly Wolfo though, so I still have to sort of take caution with him. The problem is he likes to get very close and he can do a lot of damage on contact. So that's basically the problem. And oh, that is not a lot of health to recover. So I'm just gonna weaken him a bit as X. And yeah, hang on. It's gonna.
Thankfully, we have X.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna waste a bit of time though, because now I'm gonna try and go for the finish, and there we go.
Granted, you likely will never PB in a marathon, or most people probably won't PB in a marathon. I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh no,
I'm sorry if
I was gonna say it. No, I was just. I get where you're going with that. It's said in a sense that basically it'd be kind of hard to PB with this at a marathon, considering that I always consider this a damage run, the category damage boost, the category spiel. I think that's a proper way of saying it. I think Poisson called it that anyway. And here's platform skip. First try, and there we go.
I still can't. I still need to learn how to do that properly.
It's a very wonderful skip, and I love it because it's like one of the nice little ways to use iframes, which I don't think we often see too much tricks in this game that do similar stuff, but yeah. Anyway, here's X, and you might have noticed that. What just happened there? Oh,
man.
Snap.
At least you died right next to a checkpoint, so it's fine.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so
I have a theory that I have a small theory that here a zip could be possible with like the platforms, but maybe not. I don't know.
Well, you can clip through the platforms, which is one of Focus's favorite things when it comes to this particular game, for sure. But with that in mind, let's keep going because we are at the final corridor of this particular level, and awaiting us is an original boss that gets a bit of a bad reputation, and for understandable reasons, Isazan Suilo.
Or as I like to call him internally, Screaming. It took me over 15 minutes to actually beat this boss my first time when I was learning how to run this game.
You'll see why. See, this boss, I'm sure they meant well with Isazan Suilo, but, well, get ready for a gigantic tank body taking up at least half of the screen. Now, the good news is that with Zero... Sorry, you were gonna say?
I promise there's no reason why... I promise there's no reason this guy looks like Sigma.
Yeah, I don't... It seems like a sheer coincidence to me. I mean, Rakana and Gareth have technically... They're just it's probably standard. But yeah, no.
First try.
That was a pretty decent fight. Could have died there, but I'm glad I didn't. So,
might I suggest taking a safety death here? Or taking a safety
how many
game
lives do I have again? Oh yeah. Nah, I think we might be okay. I'm gonna go at it full steam ahead.
Alright then.
Because coming up is the final level, and the final boss of this run is, it's a doozy, let me tell you. First though, we gotta get into this conversation between Rakana and Gareth, and Flib, if you got anything to say right now, now is a wonderful time to do so.
I would just like to do my little sign off here then and be like, thank you guys for all having me hosting this event this weekend, and I want to extend a thank you to all the restreamers and all the other hosts that were brought together to put this all on. Everybody's worked really, really hard, and it's worked out very, very well, and I'm very proud and I'm very happy with everybody, and it's just been fantastic. I was very, very happy when Carter had asked me. So I thank you two for being here and all the runners. Yeah,
we're glad to have you here. Thank you so much, and thank you so much to Carter for putting this together. I'm glad I got to hear about that and was able to sign up alongside Zorn. No doubt about it. Bow Wow percent though, yeah. I think that's whose dog is that, might I ask?
That is mine. I'm sorry about that.
All good.
There's a car outside.
My family has a dog too, so you know it happens.
I was gonna say I thought it was my dog as well.
Wow, something we all have in common. Fancy that. What the?
Rest in peace.
Oh snap. Okay. Wasn't that the final checkpoint before? Probably. You know what? I'll take that chance. It's fine. Alright. No problemo.
Oh, thankfully you can reload it. Thankfully, you can reload a save if this goes poorly.
Well, an autosave in particular. I mean, granted, we do allow that through use of soft resetting because this game does have a battery in the cartridge, so it's designed to be able to do that. So anytime you activate a checkpoint with those particular designated platforms, then the autosave will happen. You can only use it once, keep in mind, but it is a handy thing just in case. So here's Gareth. And this is the final boss,
RNG,
so
boy.
time will be coming up on that final hit. But let's see if we can defeat him
Showdown.
anyway.
Showdown prepared you for the RNG elements, huh?
I don't know about that one. Alright.
There is RNG in this fight, right?
He basically decides what he wants to do. So Gareth can either toss spears, or he just chooses to jump away from the ceiling and tosses 4 spears before coming back down. Ooh, this could be good, though. Time!
Time! Yes! Good job.
Let's go!
GG. Wow. You don't need a safety death. You were right.
Might I ask what Tempest's final time was?
Looks like it was about a 22:57.
That is
if I'm looking at
pretty
this
cool.
right.
So my current PB is 22:38, I believe. And the thing about that is it used to be around, I think, 22:58. So that would be like 1 second away from what I'm pretty sure was my old PB. But yeah. Also, I hope you don't mind me trying to mimic Zero's win pose with the thumbs up over there. I was just trying to be a little characteristic. In fact, I even changed shirts for this very occasion, because you might have seen me wear blue previously. So, there you go.
You had a different shirt. Any final shout-outs or closing words for you two?
Absolutely.
I have some shoutouts.
Go ahead.
Okay. Alright, so first off, shout out to FaZe on Night. I haven't talked to them very much, but they are also an Xtreme 2 runner. I assume that they're just busy with their everyday life.
Yeah, I would think so.
I would also like to say shout out to Poisson, who has most of the world records in this game, all but one.
Even then, he is a wonderful runner and a mad lad dedicated to this game, so absolutely. Big shout out to him.
Agreed. I'd also love to give a shout out to Focusite, who, if I'm not mistaken, he did he do co-coms for the other marathons that you ran at before this?
Yeah, in fact, he was my, big shout out to him for joining me at the Any % X mission run today for First Fasts, so big shout out to him. And also to Elpis, who was previously the world record holder to Any % Extreme. Oh, and big shout out to one of our newest runners, Curitiba, who's I believe, Brazilian runner, was it?
Yes,
and
Brazilian runner.
Is the current world record holder for 100% Extreme. Big congratulations
and also,
to that.
He hasn't even been running the game for like a month, I'm pretty sure, and he got the first sub 36.
I just learned that today. That's pretty incredible. But with that said, if you guys want to run this game, it is very easy to pick up. If you'd like to talk to us, we are mostly inhabiting the handheld section of the Mega Man X speedrunning community Discord. I think there's also a subreddit for Mega Man X speedrunning, so if you want to check out that too, that's fine. But if you want a link to our Discord, you can check out the Mega Man RTA leaderboards site, where there should be a section for that. And, well, hey, my name is Tempest Mask 1000. That be my Twitch, that be my YouTube. If you want to check out my Twitter, at SteveVortexVA, named that for reasons. I try to post stream announcements whenever I do that. Again, it's a loose schedule, as I always say, but you know, I do it when I can because, good God, speedrunning's fun. And to think it's been 1 year since I started, so thank you all for coming out.
Hey!
And...
Hey, actually.
Hmm?
It's been a year since I started speedrunning myself, too.
Wow.
Well, since I got back into speedrunning, anyway.
There you go. All
But
right.
yeah.
So, thank you so much, Carter, for having us. Happy birthday to you, and keep on keeping on, guys. we still got some more runs coming up. And until we meet again, this is Tempest Mask 1000 signing off. Ciao, amici.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna switch off. Cosmic's gonna be back. We're got another run coming up for you. He's gonna tell you all about it. Love you all, and have a great rest of the marathon. Bye-bye.